Hello everybody out there in Ruby Lane world. It's Rachel and I am back here in the Dolly Cam. We have something very exciting for you. I'm gonna call it some doll red meat. You can just kind of get in there and bite it. And it's very exciting because it is here by Michael Canadas and David Robinson of the Carmel Doll Shop. Michael, come on in. Do you like that I called it Dolly Red Meat?
I think it is. Hi, Ruby Lane. I think you hit it exactly, because shall we?
Yes.
Shall we
so let's look at this. Yes, we're gonna pan
the item. What's really interesting about this doll is it doesn't happen very often where we get a doll with an incredible provenance, and this one does. It is from one of America's oldest families. And if a doll comes out of a home that was built in 1673, you are one of America's first families. And it's interesting your comment, Rachel, about red meat, because we're looking at a Pierre Victor Clement French fashion doll named Eugenie. And her body is a blown kid leather body.
Oh my.
So, for those of you that don't know what that is, it's a leather body that the leather is pressed into a mold at a high pressure and then with various glues hardened. So it's as light as a feather, but it's durable. So in a way, a little bit of meat there.
A little bit of meat.
Yes.
Oh wow, our viewers are just going bananas over this whole presentation. This doll is incredible. What all does she come with?
So everything that you see except the furniture pieces were hers originally. And what was really wonderful about this is it came in that bandbox, and literally right there's a bandbox, and that's what she came in. And we did not have to do really a thing to it. We didn't have to sew a button on it, a piece of lace back. It was all really in perfect preservation, as if the child played with it and that it was put away, which is kind of typical of dolls that have come out of houses of, let's just say it, upper class wealthy people. And I would imagine that the Gordon family owned a lot of property, and that they were able to preserve an item like this. And I would imagine that they probably bought Eugenie on a grand tour of Europe, and she's at circa 1868 or so. What's really exciting to me about her is that she has 1, 2, 3 dresses that we have had before throughout our career, but on other dolls in different sizes. So we know that this dress, and that dress, we can prove that they're commercially made. So
wow.
They're not a one of a kind. They were, but that you're
this one is
at,
just
yes,
beyond.
That is her ball gown, and that is amazing because it's a tulle ball gown, and even for people, there are very few tulle ball gowns left in existence because it's so delicate it almost dissolves. But here is her rarest original accessory, and it's her mask that she would wear to a mass ball with that, I believe. And we know what a mask is, so you disguise yourself, but a lot of people don't know what the lower half is for. The lower half was first, when masks were started to be used, it was for disease prevention. But then as they became part of a social situation, you used the mask to muffle your voice, so you could flirt and no one would know really who you were.
I thought it was to pull up so you could eat.
No. So I mean, this is, for a French fashion accessory, a super, super rare piece. I mean,
wonderful. And so this is actually, because a lot of times we are used to seeing things that are not actually for sale. This is for sale.
This is for sale, yes.
Somebody could purchase it.
They could purchase it. And if they don't, by the end of the week, I might purchase it.
I don't blame you.
It would be a nice piece for the Grovian Museum. And we have a Clement in the Grovian, but it's not this size. But let me show you, and look at show them the detail here.
Look at that.
This is blonde lace, but look at this genius of how they finished it. And
Stunning.
and look at the condition of it. It's just in beautiful shape. But I want to show you too this piece here, this suit, a linen suit. Look at this detail here. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And look at the back, just fantastic.
Oh wow! Look at that, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, this very unusual pleating for the trim. And what's really special about this is it has a companion parasol, but look what
Matching.
happens when you open it.
It has the pink
Pink.
fabric underneath.
So that could be used with both. And if you were a little girl picking your clothes at that time, you would do both. Interesting too, in the other version of this that we had not that long ago, it didn't have the original belt, and this one has the original belt that goes across the waist.
Oh, our heart is aflutter looking at all
And then
of
she
these
has
wonderful things.
gloves that go with this, and beautiful. This we're live, so
We're
getting
live.
Yeah. And this is one of my favorite pieces that she has. It's just a gauze that is then used lace and ribbon, and it's very, very intense workmanship in that. And again, to me, it's just a fabulous piece.
Oh, wow. Just amazing.
And then she has wonderful jewelry. Here's a wonderful necklace that she has. And these are little hard to find items. That nice little piece
Does
of jewelry.
that open up to a locket?
I have not checked, but I think it does. And at some point later on, I may look in that we might find a picture of the original owner. And then a nice pocket watch. And those of you out in Ruby Lane land, you can find things like this on Ruby Lane. Just a beautiful pocket watch, which would go with a lot of outfits. But here's a wonderful clue of where the clothes came from. So there's this box, and it's filled with her white gloves. So she's got all these little wristlet gloves, multiples, because you always had to have clean gloves. But here's what's really special about it. It's from a shop. So it's Maison Alice Couturière, and the address. So I think that it's a great possibility that that's the retail shop for the trousseau.
Oh,
absolutely,
yes.
It's a possibility. And then she has this wonderful little, look at the straw hat that's just beautifully decorated. Very, very sweet. And with all of the French je ne sais quoi, that certain something. But a beautiful piece. And then, of course, she's got great shoes.
A purse and these boots.
And these shoes,
those are wonderful.
Which were these elasticized sides. That's elastic. That was made popular by Queen Victoria, and pretty soon everyone had them, including dolls. And look at and these are Terry's. The company Terry that made these shoes is a very well-respected company, and they made the shoes for the Hire dolls. And she is the size of the Hire. She's the same size as the Hire. And then up there, Rachel, I can't get it, but is another fabulous suit. And that is really fantastic. We have the things put kind of away in this display because we really don't want people grabbing that. That is just a beautiful piece.
Just marvelous. It is so wonderful to see, and all of this can be yours. I hope it would be really wonderful to see it listed on Ruby Lane.
Wouldn't that be great? I think the computer might crash that day.
It might crash that day.
But let me show you another one of her phenomenal
Look at
bonnets.
that.
I mean, it's got the
That's a bonnet?
That's a bonnet.
Oh, wow.
So it would go on.
How delicate.
It would go on her like so. And this would come around the front, but that's how it would go. And she could wear this bonnet with this dress, but this headdress, someone asked me, did you make that headdress? And I said, no, I didn't, but I will be making them because I'd never thought of that.
Let's look
to
at
do
that.
So it's
What a neat
basically
idea.
the little beads hanging down, and then the three sections of beading.
Can you make one for me?
I'll make one for you. Absolutely.
So
but yours will
much
be
fun.
much more elaborate.
Oh, well, thank
And
you.
then, of course, I and all the people that sew really, really appreciate this. These are some of the tiniest tucks that I've ever seen. I mean, it's just amazing workmanship. And look at the
that.
cuffs, the top stitching there. And then, of course, at this era, you had things like reversible collar or detachable collars. So you could easily put this with probably any of that outfit if you removed the lace, and you could put this collar on it. So they were thinking about things like that.
They were thinking about everything
Yes,
with this trousseau.
and
This
easy,
is just
easy, and it
wonderful.
probably originally had more, but it's a long time between now and then that we're lost. But we're lucky to have all of this in this wonderful condition. And this is also beautiful. This is a dressing jacket. So she would wear this when she would get her hair done, or putting her cosmetics on. So that's what some people call it a combing jacket, meaning when you had your hair combed, you would wear this jacket. Because in the 19th century, there weren't all these conditioners and things for hair, so you would comb your hair so that the oils would go through all of the hair, and that's where 100 strokes per day on your hair was to get it all moisture. I don't have that problem.
I was just going to say.
Yes, I don't have that problem anymore. I used to have it, but I don't have it anymore.
Well, they sure thought of everything. This is just marvelous. We're out here at the UFDC convention. It's been quite fun, a lot of things happening, but there are some other things happening that I wanted to talk to you about for the remainder of 2018. A couple things that we're going to be working together on.
We are going to be working together. It's going to be the first time for you, but not the first time for me. But, I think that London is always a good idea.
London, everybody.
London's a good idea. So we are going to the London International Doll and Toy and Teddy Bear Show at Kensington Town Hall. And the theme is 200 years of childhood. And there will be a day with the Doll Club of Great Britain, that they're hosting a gala day with a fine tea, with a lineup of international speakers. Anybody can go to that. You don't have to be a member of the Doll Club of Great Britain, but they're the hosts. And that evening, there's the gala dinner before the fair opens. And David and I and Rachel are doing a program, and it's called This and That, Life in the Doll Lane. And hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully we can entertain you with some stories. And then on the next day is the full fair at Kensington Town Hall. And that will be an international event. If you collect dolls, early dolls, German dolls, French dolls, pretty much every major dealer in the world will be there. So it's a great time for people to come and sign up for that.
It's a great time, and we are going to be life in the dolls lane for us in the past year has been very exciting.
Yes.
We have created over 100 videos, I think, at this point. We might even be coming up to 150. Every time we get together, we produce at least 25 of them.
Oh, okay.
The videos just fall from the sky when we're at the Grovian Doll Museum. So we are going to be in London at this gala dinner, rehashing some of our best content, creating new content, and doing all kinds of wonderful things. It's a 3-course dinner.
Is it a 3-course dinner?
3-course dinner with champagne.
Yes.
And it'll be so much fun.
And they do have, at this event there will be a lot of celebrities. They have a lot of the British Roadshow people will be there. So that always makes it fun. Mm-hmm. But I think before you go, I should show you something British.
Yes.
Do you want me to do that?
Yes.
You stay here, I'll be back.
Okay. So I'm staying here. Michael's going to go find a little something. He always has something fun up his sleeve. But the event in London is going to coincide with Ruby Lane Dolls Doll Week. So we will be having Doll Week leading all the way up to the grand finale, which will happen on Sunday at the International Doll Show in London. Big deal, super excited. Here's something, oh wow.
Here's a nice British girl. This is Priscilla, and she is a pugnacious Georgian wooden. And you all know how enormous I am. Look how big she is.
She is fantastic.
And right now, I have my hand up her skirt, and I'm just here to tell you that she is a girl. So, I mean, it's
but
just...
look at her, she's wonderful.
What I love about her is that she's got absolute personality, yet she's a child. I feel that she's meant to represent a child. And it's really just a wonderful English wooden with a beautiful face, lovely original clothes. And I think that people that coming to this event, these in London, these are the kind of things that they can expect to see, and other wonderful charming pieces. And a lot of the Ruby Lane dealers, the British
the international
Ruby Lane dealers will be there, and a lot of the international dealers will be there. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. And we'll do our show whether it's for 600 or 3.
Right, exactly.
We'll do
and it's
our
going to
show.
be the same amount of glamour that you can expect that we always enjoy from your videos. Michael, everyone has been coming up to us saying, thank you so much for the content. Thank you so much for the content. It has been, in the last year, just opened up a whole new world for a lot of people.
Well, and I think that's wonderful. And I think the doll world really needs to thank Rachel Hoffman for creating a venue to share with people from all over the world. We had a lady here at the convention that has a doll museum in Mexico City, and she's followed the videos and is very interested in what's happening, and it's opened up her eyes to other things and thinking more internationally. So
great.
I think that that's kind of mission accomplished.
Well, thank you.
We've had a whole lot of fun, and thank you, Ruby Lane, for actually underwriting this, because it's free to the world, but it's not free.
It's not free to Ruby Lane, and they also sponsored this convention.
Yes.
So thank you so
and
much
they've
to
always
Ruby Lane.
been very generous in sponsoring our endeavors that we've had in the past. So I thank them for that.
Well, thank you. This was wonderful,
Well,
and we will
you.
see you very soon,
See
Michael.
you in London.
See you in London.
Bye-bye.
Bye.